actually, homecoming season in general is right around the corner in full swing. Angie, Angela, Mike, y'all already know how I feel about my alma mater, HU. You know, let's go Bison. And let me just add, our football season is looking like we might be something. Okay. Shout outs to Baby Newton at the QB. Anyway, during our homecoming season, I always like to highlight some of the things that we're doing and initiatives that we're doing within Howard and the HBCU community in general. And with me today, I have a great, great friend of mine. I've got to say, it's been at least about 10 years, I feel like. But we got the founder and owner of Tradition Collegiate Lifestyle Brand. My man, I call him G, but Gerard Murray is his real, the government. Welcome to the show, G.
Thank you for coming up.
Yeah,
Having me up.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you came from Atlanta to come hang with us.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. But DC is the second home now that my daughter went to HU, my son went to HU, so I feel comfortable here. So
absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about your brand, Tradition. Tradition has been around for a minute now, and it's not just Howard or HBCUs, it's expanded. Tell us about the Tradition Collegiate Lifestyle brand.
Yeah, well, with Tradition, we first and foremost, we want to embody the history, the legacy, and the pride of all the colleges we touch on, but we have a certain thing tugging on our heart for the HBCUs because of the HBCUs, especially Howard and Hampton and Tuskegee. They gave us our first shot. So we started with 5 schools. That where it is right now, we're up to about 40 schools. We're still growing. We're a small business in this collegiate game, but you know what? At the end of the day, we're surviving and we're keeping the integrity of what we do. We do, I say, better collegiate product. We teeter on the modern trend, but yet keep a little vintage, so it's very age appropriate. So we have the 18-year-old freshman coming in rocking our stuff, and we have that real proud 50-year-old alumni at Big Donut wanting tradition.
Right, it's something for everybody when it comes to your brand. Absolutely. And I know just in the past homecomings, we've had all the grand marshals, all the celebrities that come are always outfitted, right? When it comes to the who's who of homecomings, they're always outfitted in tradition. Name some of the people that you've put in your brand outside of Angie and
I was about to say we gotta start with Angie and, but within the family, the Howard family extends. It goes to Lance Gross, who's someone who has wore it on his own, I should say. Taraji P. Henson, I mean, you name it. Like I said, everybody from a P. Diddy to some of the older ones, Boris Kojo, they've all come through, and when given the opportunity to pick something, they always beeline straight to Tradition because I think they like the quality. And like I said, we design stuff that reflects that closet that you have at home. You got those brands at home. You look at Tradition, and you see the same quality and the same styling, and they love it. So. Like I said, HU, and not only at the students on campus. I mean, we go as far back as when Brother Reed was running the homecoming. He introduced us. Our relationship goes back almost 10 years, but I would say the last 5 years we've been really situated in a good operational state where Tradition is a solid name. It's a brand inside the store that people come in now and they ask for it. Yeah, now I remember when you first started showing me your clothes. One, I always remember how different it was. So automatically I took to your brand because I had never seen anything like that as far as seeing Howard University on shirts, jackets, you name it. I had never seen it. So the product was always awesome. The quality was always great. But then it was in the bookstore, so we had access to it. And I wanted to get your perspective as a small Black-owned business, and you have your licensing. You're official. You're not just like you're not the vendors that are out. You do it by the book. You're not a vendor that we see out on the street that's kind of selling T-shirts type of thing. You're a legit business. I wanted you to address kind of what we're seeing at a lot of HBCU bookstores that used to be run by the HBCUs. They've now been taken over by major corporations, i.e. Barnes and Nobles. And what we saw after they took over was we didn't see Tradition in the bookstore anymore. Speak a little bit on what happened and what is your perspective on that when big corporations take over HBCU bookstores, and then the vendors, Black-owned vendors, seem to kind of disappear. Do you see that at other schools too? Yeah, it's across the board. But one thing I got to say first and foremost was I just want to step back and say shout out to the street vendors, because I used to be a street vendor. Right. But you have to grow and you have to elevate your brand. And then with the corporate takeover, however you want to word it, it's just I understand the business of college and the things that certain schools have to do to make themselves better. With Barnes and Noble's coming in, I think it made us have to tighten up because, sometimes we deliver something that was either late or, there was a thread loose or whatever, but we had to tighten it up. So by them making us, putting us on timeout, I should say, it made us step back and just tighten up everything we had to do about our business, from delivery, from design to, just the overall management of the company. Okay. So it's gotten us better. For us to now get the call and be back in the bookstore, this year it's a big deal for us because we've survived this license game for 5 years. We've gotten stronger, we've gotten better, and I think for those who are either behind us or those in front of us, the ones in front of us, they got to see us coming. They see us coming from behind, and the ones behind us, we're showing them that, you could be a small business, you could be black owned, but you know what? You have to do things the right way. You have to pay the royalties. So this year, it's not only about paying royalties to the school. We're going one step further, and a portion of our proceeds go to scholarships to the Alumni Association. So it's a give back year for us.
Right.
And that's the whole theme of this year for us, is give back. You got to pay it forward.
Right.
It's for alumni. You leave the school and you don't give back, you got to check yourself on that.
Yeah, you definitely got to help out, continue to help out and support the university. And let me ask you this before we get into your HBCU Give Back initiative.